Hi, everyone. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a singles love reading. This is for any sign and any sign that you may be thinking of. This is for February 14th, Valentine's Day, on or before. If you find it a couple days after, that's okay too. So we're going to be doing some predictions, some manifestations, and some confirmations of love and loving energy that's all around you. I do have some initials. I do have some charms. Welcome back, everybody. If you're new to my channel, it's a fully channeled message. So let's call in our spirit guides now, see what they have for you. And welcome back, everybody. I'm so grateful that you're here and you're joining us. So let's see what our spirit guides have for us today. Spirit, I call upon you for some loving energy. What is it that you need us to know for our Valentine's Day wishes and manifestations and love coming towards us? What is it that you want us to hear? I am listening for you now. I have a new love. Beautiful. Look at the Cupid's arrows. How fun is that? Destiny is guiding you to a new love. Sounds simple? I'm done. Okay, reading over. Let's see. Yeah, we've got this kind of wedding bells here stamped on here. Destiny is guiding you to a new love. It's the truth. It is. It's fate, destiny, the universe, you know, the trust in the universe. And if it's not here yet, please use this reading to help you to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of. If you do have somebody in mind today, you can use it as a confirmation and just listen to see if you get some evidence or some signs that this is your person, something like that. But destiny is guiding you to a new love. Trust your intuition. It's a new chapter. Okay. An unwritten chapter in your own book. A new chapter in your book of love is calling you for a fresh start. Okay. So time for some of you, time to start over again. Time for you to believe in love again. Time for you to welcome love in again. So Valentine's Day, right? And I have a commitment. Okay, so for some of you, I've got a commitment coming. Your relationship moves to the next step of love and unity. Not for nothing, but a lot of people get engaged on Valentine's Day. So somebody listening to this, I don't want to give it away, but maybe Spirit's saying, hey, you're one of the lucky ones that gets a ring on Valentine's Day at a big, beautiful formal dinner with some roses and all of the whole shebang, you know? So that's something to dream about. All right, let's see what our cards are saying. Let's ask the cards. I mean, those are pretty big, new chapter, new love, new. I mean, it's kind of everything we're asking for, right? It's new chapter, new love, and commitment. All right, all rolled into one energy here across the board. So it doesn't get any better than that as far as a start of a reading. Let's see what they're saying. Let's see what they have. I have a Knight of Wands. I have Strength. I have a Page of Wands. And I have a Ten of Cups. They use the word surface to me. And when I asked them what they meant by surface, they said something comes to the surface. Okay, so feelings are being held down or held back, something like that. And when I pulled that Page of Wands, it was almost like all the feelings were rising. Everything was starting to kind of come out. Okay. So maybe you've been holding back on this area of your life for a while. You haven't really given it a chance. You haven't given someone a chance, anyone a chance. Bottom of the deck, I have a Seven of Wands. They're saying, don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. A Queen of Wands. You have so much to offer. Okay. So you've got all this wand energy, and I've got a Knight of Wands and a Queen of Wands. So this is a feeling of, I don't want to be with just anybody. I know that. And then I hear a lot in my private readings where am I going to be attracted to them? You know, like there's this fear of you're going to meet somebody and it's the only person on the face of the earth and you're not really attracted to them, but it's better than nothing. No, of course not. You're not going to be in a relationship with somebody you're not attracted to. You've got to look at them every day. You know, you're going to meet somebody that you are attracted to. Okay, so let's start there. Otherwise, you're not going to be interested. You guys know that. You could line up 1,000 different people and say, you know, no, 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 and okay, that's an option. But out of 1,000 people, there might be 2 people that you're actually attracted to. So, you know, we're not attracted to everybody. We all know that. So yes, you'll be attracted to your person and they'll be attracted to you. Is spirit's like a confirmation from spirit? I get asked that question a lot. Don't give up on yourself. I feel like when this energy starts to come in, it was like a little bit of just showing off. It was a little bit of a show your stuff. Okay. Let them see how amazing you are. Okay. Everything about them, from your personality to your spirituality, to your talents, to how smart you are, to how beautiful you are, how handsome you are. You know, like, don't hold back. You're not showing off. You're a package. You've got a lot to offer. So I feel like I'm not giving in and I'm not giving up. And that this little page feels so determined to me to get what I want. I feel like it's one of those pages where it's like, I know I'm good enough and I'm not going to settle and I'm not going to just be with anybody. So I guess that's why Spirit wanted you to know that, yes, you will be very attracted to this person. Okay. 10 of Cups. I want to be happy. I want to be happy with somebody. It's not a lot to ask for. Okay. Nobody wants to be in a relationship that's filled with, why the hell am I here? Okay. You want to be with somebody that makes you happy and that you make them happy. And we have a comfortable life together, Spirit just said, and a fulfilling life. And things are going really well. And yeah, of course, we're going to get hit hard by life, but at the end of the day, we're there for each other. We love each other. I do feel like this sense of united for some reason. It was almost like a united front, that it's a, I won't throw you under the bus feeling. Maybe that's happened to you in the past. Somebody, I don't know, just didn't defend you with their family or something, because it was almost like, we're in this together and I would never throw you under the bus. I would never talk bad about you behind your back. Like, I feel like that's something that you experienced in the past. So there's something about this particular connection that protects you. And we are a united front where there's the two. It's like the two of us will always be there to protect each other and to make sure that nobody wrongs us. They'll always be on your side, Spirit just said. How beautiful. So I'll always be on your side. Maybe you didn't feel like somebody in your life in the past was on your side. And that's a difficult thing. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have for this new chapter, new love and commitment? I have a proposal. Hey, it's Valentine's Day. I mean, I'm not going to say no to somebody out there getting a big, beautiful diamond ring in the next week, but maybe it is time for somebody to really commit to a future. I have closure. Not all connections were meant to be. So sometimes we just are reminded that every ending is a new beginning. Setting boundaries. I protect my boundaries. I'm protecting my body is how it felt more so than anything. It was, I'm not going to just sleep with anybody. I'm not going to be with anybody just because I'm not desperate. So it was my body is a temple and I'm going to protect it is how it came into me. I'm going to eliminate anything toxic from my energy. I'm not interested. So there could be somebody around you that you're struggling with that you know you shouldn't be with. It's like a taboo energy. I know I shouldn't be. It's the friends with benefits energy. I know I shouldn't be doing this. I should be setting better boundaries, but it's better than nothing. What it does is it blocks you from receiving what it is that you're meant to be, because spirit will let you kind of play that out and see if it goes anywhere. So you're wasting your time on somebody who's just a friends with benefits. So be careful with that. I have destiny again at the bottom of the deck. So we started out with this sense of, what did they say in this card? It was destiny is guiding you to new love. So yeah, so destiny is the word of the day. I'm going to say a reunion, possibly with a soulmate from a past lifetime, or a twin flame from a past lifetime. They just said, I will find you again. So a soulmate energy, I'll find you in this lifetime. It's amazing how soulmates, out of millions of people in the world, they find each other. It's energy. That's all it is. It's like, I know it's you. I recognize you. So it's energy, and it's energy at its best, isn't it? Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you need me to know at this time? What is it about this connection? I have uprooted, but I like this little kind of seedling breaking from the past. Okay, so there's a part of me that's, it's like when you split a plant, right? And I'm not a big gardener, so this is not going to be a good example. You split the plant in because you want the plant to multiply, right? So this is a feeling of, I've separated from something else because I want to go over here and replant, and I want to grow. I want to grow different and new. So yeah, so it's a sense of, I had to separate my roots. I had to separate my history. I had to separate literally a part of me. So it would be the feeling of, I had to, somebody who was in a long-term relationship, and I had to dig up those roots, and it was really hard, so that's probably the feeling there, but it's replanting and starting new. I have a waterfall. I love waterfalls. Let the emotions flow is how I just felt. It's okay to love again. It's okay when those feelings come in, that I'm crying because I'm so in love with you. I'm crying because when you kiss me, I feel something and my eyes are all watery. That's a good thing. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, so enjoy it. Let the emotions flow is what Spirit's saying. Allow those emotions to flow into you. I have a hornet's nest. There's something around you that isn't good for you. So for some of you, they're saying anger, consequences of somebody's actions. They're saying time's up. Okay, like you've given them too many chances. You have tried over and over and over again. So for some of you that are still struggling with that kind of lingering energy, it's a little bit of a time's up, and they want you to focus on, I need the good. I need the good energy to be in my life again. I have a blueprint, planning for the future, destiny again, a new starting point, putting it on the map, building something, building a new home. Some of you would love to build a custom home with somebody, or you would like to take a home and renovate it and, add to it and gut it and, make it your own. So that could be in your future. It could be whoever you're supposed to be with. We're going to have this big, beautiful project together, and we're going to create, the life and the home that we want. But it's a vision, they just said. It's a blueprint. Okay. a little bit, I'm going to throw out there, of somebody involved in construction, architecture, engineering, any of the trades, okay, building houses. I'm a builder. I'm a contractor. They have a truck, Spirit just said. So for somebody out there, it could be that's a clue, you know, literally about your person. Okay, I have a wild card and a surprise. That came into me as not so much as a wild card, as much as you fall in love with someone that it's not what you expected. Okay, like you may have something in your mind, like this is the type of person that I like, this is the type of person I'm attracted to. And somebody else comes along and you give them a chance and they turn out to be the best thing that ever happened to you. But on other times in your life, you probably wouldn't have given them a chance. You probably would have said, not my type, or I'm not really seeing it. I'm not really feeling it. But I do feel like for some reason, this particular connection, you rise above and you give somebody a chance and you end up falling for that person. And that person was actually the person you're supposed to be with. So don't be surprised that if it's not exactly what you had pictured in your mind, it's going to be better, Spirit just said. So let's get some charms. Let's see. I've got some initials. Let's start with some initials. So some of you may have somebody in mind, and let's just see if we can get a confirmation. So first initial, last initial. Let's see if some of you get a match, your name, their name, something like that. The letter C. I have a D. I have an F. I have an O. The letter P. I have an E, an M, the letter T, another E. Did I have an E already? No, I didn't. Yeah, I have an E. Okay. That's an extra. I have a J, the letter D, V, B, A. I have an M again, and I have another E. And I have a blank me. Pick me, pick me. And I have a blank tile, so you can use this as a giveaway, but freebie, I should say. And you can, if you're missing a letter or you're one letter off, you can use the freebie. Okay, so there you go on that. Let's see what else they have for you. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. What is it that you want to share with us? What is coming our way? I have breaking free, getting out of a situation or being out on your own, leaving a situation. Some of you could have recently left a situation and you're free. And I feel like I'm looking at things from a different perspective. I'm looking at things from a bigger perspective. I feel like I'm more open for some reason than I ever have been. I'm going to say open to the possibilities. It could be the first time in your life where you're not trying to control who comes into your life or how they come into your life, that I'm just kind of open to receive, from a very high perspective, that anything is possible, is how I feel. I have stability, finding your balance and not rocking the boat. But I also feel like the person coming into you is stable. Okay. I feel, I'm on this kind of smooth leg. It's almost glass. And the only waves I would feel is when I first stepped into that boat and, you're kind of settling in and kind of getting to know each other, and you kind of find your spot and you're hoping the boat doesn't tip when you first get into it. And then you're kind of like, oh, this feels good. And all of a sudden somebody's rowing and it's smooth sailing. So a little bit, back and forth in the beginning, but I feel like for the most part, pretty stable. I'm not feeling ups and downs or in and out or hot and cold. I'm feeling kind of like smooth sailing. So That would be good news. Maybe we're just very compatible. We have a lot in common. We see things the same way, Spirit just said. I have harmony. We're in harmony together. I don't know if I'm feeling anybody plays the cello. I'm not necessarily feeling that. I'm feeling more in sync. I'm just going to say it that way. Maybe we like the same music. They're saying we're both easygoing. We both, actually, that's very formal, but I think we're both the opposite. I feel like we lean more towards informality, that we hang out in jeans, sweatpants, you know, when we're home. We don't get all dressed up for people. You know, we get dressed up when we have to, but otherwise we're comfortable in our own skin. So I feel like, I don't know, there's a sense of, I don't care. I'm not out to impress anybody. I have a divine match, following your destiny. Destiny is the word of the day. Destiny. I've got following your destiny and a love that's meant to be, a soulmate and a twin flame. And of course, look for feather. So the feather could be a confirmation from your spirit guides, your lost loved ones, your angels. So it's just a sense of everything kind of aligning. You know, sometimes we do get those signs and you go, where did this feather come from? You know, or I get a lot of dimes. I get dimes in my dryer. And I know that it's my parents sending me dimes, because oftentimes it's two. I'll get 2 dimes. So I'm like, okay, thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom. You know, like it's their, like, where are these dimes coming from? So feathers, look for feathers, everybody. I have a star. I have a star. Gorgeous. I like the crown of stars also. I feel like wear your invisible crown, or, you know, your crown chakra, receiving those messages. I have an emperor. I have strength. I have an ace of pentacles. I do feel the security that this emperor is going to have a lot to offer. Okay, this emperor is going to be, they're saying secure within their own skin. Okay, like they have nothing to prove to anybody at this point in their life. They know who they are. If anybody is judging them, they don't really care. That's their problem, not mine. You know, so they're pretty strong. They're pretty self-confident. They're not going to take somebody's comment and like be like devastated or anything. They're going to take it with a grain of salt and it will roll off their back. They're very, very self-confident. Okay. That feels good. Very strong, very protective. I'm going to go back to that united front, that I will defend you somehow. I will be there for you. So they could be a divine masculine that just has that natural, almost like an alpha male energy, where they are just, not that they're coming on you know, defensive against somebody, but if they had to, they would. Okay, like in a nanosecond, they would be very defensive. They would be protective of you. Okay, so I do feel that. I feel if I had to be, I would, but their normal energy is pretty easygoing. I have a hanged man. I have a 10 of Pentacles. I have an Ace of Cups. I have a Page of Wands. Look at the way that, I love this. Look at the way that she's looking. They're looking into each other's eyes. They just said, I found you. I think the first time we look into each other's eyes, maybe the first time we're really intimate, it's almost a feeling of, who are you and where have you been? Okay. I finally have found you. So I do feel the emotions coming forward. I feel emotional security. I feel financial security with this person, and I feel protected. So there's a lot of energy, divine masculine energy, quite frankly. And everybody has, you guys know, everybody has both, but that divine masculine energy is very strong. I have a 7 of Wands. I have a Lover's card. I have a 9 of Cups. That came into me as I care for you more than you know, like right from the beginning. So this person could have feelings for you before even our first time we meet each other. It could be we start chatting or we're doing like Zoom calls or something like that. And I'm building feelings for you and we haven't even physically met in person. Page of Swords, even just in that stage of getting to know you, and a Wheel of Fortune, Destiny. So I do feel like you have divine timing at work for you right now. I love, of course, our Lover's card. There's my soulmate energy. I like this feeling of the wings. I feel that it was more of, you know, let me be your wings energy. But let me hold you, you know, we can do it together. You're my angel. Maybe they call you angel, but heavenly sent, Spirit saying. So, you know, sent from above, all of those things as well. Spirit, what sign could they be? Let's see. Let's see if we can get a couple of signs. What sign could they be? I know my charms might have signs. No, I don't think so today. All right, let's see what these say. I have a Scorpio. I have a Virgo. I have a Sagittarius. I have a Libra. And I have an Aquarius. There's the higher view with that Aquarius, that hot air balloon I had earlier, with that feeling of I'm looking at things from a much bigger or broader perspective at this stage in my life. Like I'm much more open to the possibilities of what's out there. I'm not so pigeonholed to it has to be something like this. I want to be surprised. I think, you know, sometimes when we open ourselves up to not what I want, but what does Spirit want for us, 11:11 or 1:11 on the clock. So take that as a sign when I'm recording this. So I'll take 1:11 in the afternoon when I'm recording this. Probably launch this later this evening. But 1:11. Take that as a sign. Spirit, I feel like Spirit knows better than we do. I do. 369, compassion. Is this person? A couple things came into me. The number 36 could be an age. Okay, so that came in. I have compassion. Is this person the most compassionate, caring, loving person I've had before? Are they nice? Are they good to me? 222. I feel like we're in alignment. It just is working. It just they use the word seamless. So seamless to me means that we don't do the on again, off again. That from the moment that we meet, we stay together. We won't ever really break up. Not to say we won't have an argument, not to say we won't be upset with each other for some reason, like a human being is, but no, it's seamless. It's from the time we meet and we just stay together. So that felt good. So for those of you that have struggled with on again, off again, or you start something with them and then they want to break, and no, seamless. I have 8-8. You're being rewarded. All the hard work, all the love that you've put out into the universe, your loving, kind soul, they're saying it's coming back to you. It's that boomerang energy. I'm a really good person. I love everybody. I would be a really good person to somebody. I would have so much love to give. And then guess what? That person comes into your life and now you have somebody to love and they will love you in return. So it's a reward. Beautiful. And I have 4, 4, 4, 4. I like the diamond. somebody's getting a diamond this Valentine's Day. I'm going to say that. So somebody out there is getting a diamond. All right. Not to spoil your surprise, Psychic Kathy blew it. She told me I was getting a diamond on Valentine's Day, and she was spot on. Okay. Let's get some charms. Let's see what our charms are saying. You know, it's nice to manifest together, isn't it? For those of you that are alone and possibly will be alone over Valentine's Day, it's nice to know you're not the only ones. There's a lot of people watching this video right now, and there's a lot of people that would like to have a partner. So you're not the only one that feels this way. So just know you're not alone. Okay. So let's get some charms. Let's see what our Valentine's Day charms have for us. I've got all these beautiful little hearts and woo, fun stuff jumping out. Okay. And let's get a scoop of hearts, and I want a couple of these guys. Okay. So I have sweetheart. Okay, sweetheart I have a hug me. Give everybody a hug in the comments if you're watching this as a premiere with me. Give everybody a hug. And I have miss you. Doesn't mean you're going back to somebody, but could you feel sentimental on these types of holidays? Absolutely. We have a hard time on Valentine's Day, Christmas, if we're reminded of somebody. Very difficult. I have another hug me. Hug me. I have a true love. I'll take true love, spirit. I have another sweetheart. Okay. Maybe we both feel the same way. I have XOXO. Sometimes I see this as somebody who always signs their name that way, whether it's in a text message or in a card. There's certain people that I don't know, just out of habit, they always do XOXO. So that could be a clue for some of you that your person always signs that way. I have the letter L. I have an I. I have two hearts and they're connected. Two hearts become one. I have my heart has wings, kind of like that lover's card that, there's something about the wings today, right? I'm going to say sent from heaven above. It just, my angels are watching over me. My angels have sent me, this love. It's just too good to be true. So maybe I'm really, really happy with this connection. And Cupid. Okay, I have a birthday cake on or around a birthday celebration. If your birthday is Valentine's Day or a couple days before or after, that would be really exciting. So off the top of my head, what are you? You're an Aquarius, right? So here is my cake. Happy birthday, Aquarius. And let's see, what is this? A present. Yeah, so maybe somebody's got a little gift for you for Valentine's Day. For those of you that are in a connection, we've got a little present. We've got something wrapped. I've got kiss me. First kiss. First date. What did they say in the beginning? New chapter, new love and commitment. This is how we started. So this could be, like everything is new. It's sweet talk. Oh, that feels like flirting on text messages to me. Okay, favorite food is a burger. Somebody's favorite food. So maybe they're just as happy. This is a pretty easygoing person. They're not very formal, remember? So I wouldn't be surprised that, hey, I'm pretty good with a burger. They could be at a fancy restaurant and that's what they order. It's just they like burgers. Okay, I get it. They want a good burger. So here is my charms. So lots of hearts, lots of kisses, lots of loving energy and kind words, right? Okay, let's see what the feelings are You know, sometimes we just have to trust. I'm going to go back to that for a minute, that destiny is working for us. Destiny is, has our back, and it's all, everything is predestined. So you do want to just kind of get that in your head and just keep trusting it. In the meantime, you just live your life. You're happy. You love yourself. You love everything that spirit gives to you now in the present, with or without the person who we're waiting for. And then when this person comes along, that new chapter begins. I'm burning with passion. You remember they said you're going to be attracted to your person. Yes. You're going to be attracted to your person. Otherwise, you're not going to be interested in them. There has to be a physical attraction. That can't be the only thing, of course, but it starts there. What's your first impression of this person? You got to see yourself being with that person. I wasn't expecting to fall in love with you. So there's a little part of me that says this is not the type of person you would normally be with, because I felt so open to the possibility. And maybe you've changed. That, say, 10 or 15 years ago, you wouldn't have dated this person for whatever reason. But you've changed. And then you realize that you actually have more in common with this person today. And you pick different people at different stages in your life. You really do. Based on your experience, based on who you are. I wasn't expecting to fall so in love with you. You could turn me on with just a touch. Nice. I want to be the one that gives you everything you need. There's a united front here. There's a sense of I've got your back, that I'm not going to throw you under the bus. I'm not going to allow somebody to talk bad about you, that we're a team, and I will always put you first. Beautiful. You give me butterflies, make me nervous. I want to take a chance and risk it all, but I'm afraid. Spirit just said nothing to be afraid of here. You know, it's kind of like nothing to see here, nothing to be afraid of here. So you got this. I fantasize about you and I long to touch you. So let's get one more. Bottom of the deck. Two more. How's that? I'm hoping and praying my love for you will never die. I'm hoping and praying, and we're manifesting today. So we're going to put this out into the universe for our Valentine's Day love and ask Spirit to guide this to you. And some of you may be seeing a diamond in your very near future. So we'll put that out there too. Spirit just said that's a lucky guess, Kath. I know some of you are going to get a diamond. I know somebody out there is going to get a diamond on Valentine's Day. So Spirit's putting me in my place. That's okay. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you are new to my channel, I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. Hit that like, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Thank you always for your love and support and your comments. If you are interested in a private reading, please visit my website at kathymamlinpsychicmedium.com. I have two other YouTube channels here. I have a pick a card channel and I have a twin flame soulmate channel. And the links to those channels are below as well. I hope you enjoyed your reading today. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you all again real soon.